You're settling into this sacred space now, this quiet sanctuary where your soul can finally exhale after carrying the weight of human experience. And as your body releases the tensions of the day, something much deeper begins to stir. Something that has been waiting patiently for this moment of recognition. Your eternal soul, ready to reveal its true nature. Tonight is different from other nights. Tonight, you're not just resting your body or quieting your mind. Tonight, you're offering your soul the gift of remembrance. The gift of returning to its original essence. The gift of renewal at the deepest possible level. The level where healing transcends the physical and touches the very core of who you are. Your soul, this magnificent essence that chose to take human form, has been on such a long journey. Through years of experiences, relationships, challenges, joys, sorrows, carrying it all with such grace. And now, in this moment of deep peace, your soul can finally set down all that it has been carrying, can finally remember what it feels like to simply be, without effort, without struggle, without the need to prove anything or become anything. Feel how different this is from the usual restlessness of trying to fix or improve or heal something. This is about recognition, about remembering what has never been broken, what has never needed fixing. Your soul, in its pure essence, is already perfect, already whole, already complete. It has only been playing the beautiful, challenging game of forgetting itself in order to experience the joy of remembering. You are so much more than your thoughts, so much vaster than your emotions, so much deeper than your physical form. You are an eternal being of light and love who chose to have a human experience, not because you were lacking anything, but because you wanted to explore, to create, to love, to grow, to contribute your unique frequency to the symphony of existence. And your soul has done this so beautifully. Even in the moments when you felt lost or confused or overwhelmed, your soul was never lost. It was simply having experiences, gathering wisdom, developing compassion, learning to love in new ways. Every challenge was your soul's opportunity to discover new depths of its own strength. Every joy was your soul's celebration of its own nature. Tonight, your soul no longer needs to work so hard, no longer needs to carry the burden of being human with such seriousness. Your soul can remember that this human experience is meant to be joyful, meant to be an adventure, meant to be a celebration of consciousness exploring itself through form. As you breathe now, each breath is your soul sighing with relief, finally being seen, finally being acknowledged, finally being welcomed home to its own recognition. Your soul has been waiting for this moment when you would pause long enough to feel its presence, to honor its journey, to appreciate its magnificent courage in choosing this human adventure. Your soul knows things your mind has forgotten. It knows that you are infinitely loved, infinitely supported, infinitely guided. It knows that every experience you've had has been perfect for your soul's evolution. That every person you've met has been a teacher. Every challenge has been a gift wrapped in difficult packaging. Your soul sees the bigger picture that your human perspective sometimes misses. It sees how every apparent setback was actually a setup for something more beautiful. How every ending was actually a new beginning. How every loss was actually an opening for something greater to enter your life. Your soul has been orchestrating this beautiful dance of experience with such wisdom and love. And now, as you rest in this awareness, your soul can begin to shed the accumulated dust of human struggle, can begin to remember its natural radiance, its effortless joy, its spontaneous creativity, its boundless love. All of these qualities are not things your soul needs to develop. They are what your soul is. They have simply been covered over by the intensity of human experience. Feel how your soul begins to brighten as it's acknowledged, like a lamp that has been dimmed, suddenly returning to full brilliance. This is not something you need to effort or try to make happen. This is simply what occurs when your soul feels seen, feels appreciated, feels honored for the magnificent journey it has undertaken. Your soul has such gifts to offer, such wisdom to share, such love to express. And all of these gifts become available when your soul feels safe to reveal its true nature. When it's not busy trying to protect itself or prove itself or fix itself. When your soul can simply be itself, its gifts flow naturally, effortlessly, joyfully. Tonight you're creating the perfect conditions for your soul to remember itself, the perfect sanctuary for your eternal essence to emerge from behind the curtains of human personality, the perfect space for the real you, the timeless you, the magnificent you. To step forward and be fully present. Your soul is smiling now, feeling such relief, such gratitude, such joy at being recognized, at being welcomed, at being invited to fully participate in your life experience. Your soul has been waiting so patiently for this invitation. And now that it's here, everything begins to shift. Everything begins to align. Everything begins to flow with greater ease and grace. As you prepare to journey deeper into this soul recognition, know that you are embarking on the most important journey of all. The journey home to yourself. The journey back to the truth of who you are beneath all the roles and identities and stories. You are returning to your essence, your source, your soul. And this return is the most natural thing in the world. Breathe deeply now and let your soul know it is welcome here. Let it know it is safe to reveal its true magnificence. Let it know that tonight is its night, its time, its sacred opportunity for complete renewal and restoration. Your soul is ready, your heart is open. Your being is prepared for the most profound homecoming of all. You're descending deeper now into this sacred space of soul recognition. And as your eternal essence begins to emerge from behind the veils of daily life, something profound wants to happen. Your soul is ready to set down all the heavy burdens it has been carrying, ready to release the accumulated weight of human experience that was never meant to be permanent. For so long, your beautiful soul has been carrying things that don't belong to it. Guilt over choices you made when you were learning. Shame about parts of yourself that are actually perfectly natural. Regret over words you spoke or didn't speak. Disappointment over dreams that didn't unfold as expected. Fear about whether you're good enough, worthy enough, doing enough. But tonight, your soul whispers gently, "None of this heaviness is who I am. None of these burdens define my essence. I have been carrying them out of love, out of compassion for the human experience, but they are not mine to keep forever. Tonight, I choose to remember my natural lightness. Feel how your soul begins to breathe more freely as it contemplates this release. Like someone who has been carrying heavy luggage for miles, suddenly realizing they can set it down. Your soul has been so devoted to helping you navigate human life that it forgot it could travel light. Forgot that struggle was optional. Forgot its natural state of ease and joy. Your soul never intended to carry the weight of perfectionism. That exhausting burden of thinking you need to get everything right. Your soul knows that growth comes through experience, not through flawless performance. That wisdom develops through making mistakes, not through avoiding them. That love deepens through vulnerability, not through having all the answers. Tonight, you can speak directly to this perfectionist energy that your soul has been carrying. Thank you for trying to keep me safe from criticism and failure. But I don't need this protection anymore. My soul's value doesn't depend on perfect performance. My worth is inherent, unchanging, eternal. I release you now with gratitude. Your soul has also been carrying the weight of other people's expectations, the pressure to be who others needed you to be, to fulfill roles that may have felt foreign to your true nature, to shrink your light so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable, to hide your gifts so others wouldn't feel inadequate. But your soul was never meant to live in such constriction. Feel how your soul expands as it considers releasing this people-pleasing burden. I came here to express my authentic nature, to contribute my unique gifts, to love from my genuine heart, not to contort myself into shapes that make others comfortable. Tonight, I reclaim my right to be magnificently, unapologetically myself. Your soul has been carrying old pain, that was never fully processed, grief from losses that were never completely mourned, anger from injustices that were never acknowledged, fear from experiences that left you feeling unsafe. These emotions became like stones in your soul's pockets, weighing down its natural buoyancy. But emotions were always meant to flow through you, not accumulate within you. Your soul knows how to feel deeply without drowning, how to honor pain without being defined by it, how to acknowledge difficulty without making it your permanent identity. Tonight, your soul is ready to let these old emotions complete their natural cycle. Dear old pain, your soul speaks with infinite compassion. You served a purpose. You helped me process experiences that were difficult to understand. You protected me when I wasn't ready to face certain truths. But now, I am strong enough to feel you fully and let you go. I honor what you taught me and release you back to the river of life. Your soul has been carrying the weight of trying to figure everything out. The mental exhaustion of thinking you need to understand the meaning of every experience. To have clarity about your purpose before you take action. To know the outcome before you make choices. But your soul thrives in mystery, in trust, in the unknown. I don't need to understand everything. Your soul realizes with relief. I don't need to have my entire path mapped out. I don't need to justify my existence through achievement or understanding. I can trust the intelligence that created me to guide my steps. I can relax into not knowing and let my path unfold naturally. Your soul has been carrying the burden of past versions of yourself. Old identities that no longer fit, outdated stories about who you are and what you're capable of, limitations that were true at one point but are no longer relevant. Your soul knows it's time to shed these old skins like a snake that has outgrown its outer layer. I am not who I was yesterday, last year, or even this morning. Your soul declares with growing freedom. I am a being of constant growth and evolution. I am allowed to change, to expand, to become new versions of myself. I release all attachment to who I used to be and embrace the mystery of who I am becoming. Even the weight of your own spiritual seeking, the effort to become more enlightened, more healed, more evolved, your soul is ready to release this too. Your soul knows that it's already perfect, already enlightened, already whole. The seeking was part of the experience, but not the ultimate truth. I don't need to become anything other than what I already am. Your soul whispers with profound relief. I don't need to earn my worthiness through spiritual achievement. I don't need to prove my value through personal growth. I am already complete, already perfect, already home. The journey has been beautiful, but I am already what I was seeking. As your soul releases these burdens one by one, feel how much lighter it becomes, how much more spacious, how much more free to express its natural joy and creativity. Your soul is remembering what it feels like to move through life without carrying the weight of the world on its shoulders. This lightness is your soul's natural state. This joy is your birthright. This freedom is what you came here to experience. Not as something you earn through suffering or achieve through effort, but as something you remember by releasing what was never yours to carry in the first place. Your soul is smiling now, feeling almost giddy with this newfound lightness, ready to dance through life instead of trudging. Ready to create from inspiration instead of obligation. Ready to love from overflow instead of depletion. Your soul is remembering how to play, how to celebrate, how to simply enjoy the magnificent experience of being alive. Rest now in this lightness. Let your soul enjoy this freedom. Let it stretch and expand in this space without burdens. Tomorrow, it will remember this feeling and carry much less weight. Tonight, it celebrates the joy of traveling light through the adventure of human existence. You're floating now in this exquisite lightness. Your soul having released so many heavy burdens. And in this newfound freedom, something ancient and beautiful begins to stir. A memory that predates your human birth. A remembrance of your soul's original essence before it ever took physical form. The pure, radiant light that is your truest nature. There was a time, before time as you know it, when your soul existed as pure consciousness, unbounded by physical form, unlimited by human concepts, unfiltered by earthly experience. In that realm of pure being, your soul knew itself as infinite love, as creative force, as joy without reason, as peace beyond understanding. This original light of yours, it has never been diminished, not by any experience you've had, not by any mistake you've made, not by any pain you've endured. Like the sun behind clouds, your true radiance has simply been temporarily obscured by the beautiful complexity of human life. But it has never stopped shining. Tonight, as your soul relaxes in this space of deep recognition, the veils between your human awareness and your original essence become thin, transparent, almost non-existent. Your soul begins to remember what it felt like to be pure light, to exist as love itself, to know itself as one with all creation. Feel this remembering beginning in the center of your being, like a gentle warmth awakening in your heart, like a soft glow beginning to emerge from within. This is not something foreign entering you. This is something that has always been there. Your soul's own light beginning to shine through the layers of human experience. Your original essence knew no separation. In that realm of pure consciousness, your soul understood that it was not separate from other souls. not separate from the divine source, not separate from the very fabric of existence itself. You were one wave in an infinite ocean of love, one note in an eternal symphony of consciousness. This knowing is awakening in you now. The remembrance that beneath all the apparent differences and divisions of human life, there is only one consciousness expressing itself in countless forms. Your soul is remembering its fundamental unity with all existence, its deep connection to every other soul, its intimate relationship with the source of all creation. In your original state, your soul knew itself as a unique expression of the divine, like a facet of an infinite diamond, distinct yet inseparable from the whole. Your soul had its own particular frequency, its own special gifts, its own way of expressing love and creativity. Yet it knew these gifts were not possessions to be hoarded, but offerings to be shared with all of creation. Feel your soul beginning to vibrate at its original frequency now. Remember the unique note you came here to sing, the special flavor of love you came to express, the particular gifts you brought from the realm of pure spirit into this world of form. These gifts are not something you need to develop or earn. They are part of your essential nature. Your soul remembers when creating was effortless, when love flowed like a river without obstacles, when joy was your natural state, not because of external circumstances, but because joy is what you are made of. In that original essence, there was no struggle, no effort, no trying. There was only the pure delight of consciousness expressing itself in ever new forms. This creative force is reawakening in your soul now. The impulse to create not from need or ambition, but from the sheer joy of expression. Your soul remembers that it came here to paint with the colors of human experience, to compose music with the rhythms of earthly life, to write poetry with the words of relationship and growth and discovery. In your original light, your soul knew no fear. Not because there was nothing to be afraid of, but because fear was simply not part of that realm of being. There was only trust, infinite, unshakable trust in the benevolence of existence, in the perfect unfolding of all experience, in the ultimate goodness of creation itself. This trust is rekindling in your soul now, the remembrance that you are held by something infinitely loving and wise, that your journey through human experience is not random or chaotic, but part of a magnificent design that your limited human perspective cannot fully comprehend. Your soul is remembering how to relax into this cosmic embrace. Your original essence was pure compassion, not the sympathetic feeling sorry for others, but the deep understanding that all suffering comes from forgetting our true nature. Your soul knew that every being was on a journey of remembering their own divine essence, and that all experiences, even the difficult ones, were opportunities for this remembering. This compassion is flowing through your soul now, first for yourself. Understanding that every struggle you faced was your soul's way of finding its way back home to itself, then extending to all beings everywhere. Recognizing that everyone is on this same journey of remembering their original light, their true nature, their divine essence. In that realm before form, your soul knew itself as eternal, not in the sense of lasting forever in time, but as existing outside of time altogether. Your soul understood that it had never been born and would never die. That it was a timeless expression of consciousness temporarily wearing the costume of human form. This eternal perspective is awakening in your soul now. The understanding that your human life, with all its ups and downs, is just one beautiful chapter in an infinite story. That your soul's journey extends far beyond this single lifetime. That you are part of an eternal dance of consciousness exploring itself through countless expressions. Your original light was unconditional love. Not the human emotion of loving someone because they meet your needs, but the recognition that love is what everything is made of. That every being, every experience, every moment is an expression of this fundamental love principle, even when it doesn't look like love to human perception. Feel this unconditional love beginning to radiate from your soul now. Love without reason. Love without object. Love that simply is because that is your essential nature. Love that embraces everything and everyone, including all the parts of yourself you've struggled to accept. Your soul is remembering now, remembering its magnificence, its divinity, its infinite nature, not as concepts to understand, but as living truth to embody. Your original light is shining brighter with each breath, illuminating your human experience from within, transforming everything it touches back into the love from which it came. This light that you are remembering, this is not something you lost and found again. This is what you have always been, what you are right now, what you will always be. Your human journey has simply been consciousness playing hide and seek with itself. And now it's time to come out of hiding. Rest in this recognition. Bathe in this original light. Let your soul remember its true magnificence. Tomorrow, you will carry this remembrance into your human experience. But tonight, simply be what you have always been. Pure light, pure love, pure consciousness, celebrating its own infinite creativity through the beautiful form that is you. You're bathing now in the glow of your original light, your soul remembering its magnificent essence. And as this remembrance deepens, something profound becomes clear. There are old agreements your soul made, ancient contracts written in realms beyond the physical, patterns and bonds that once served your growth but may now be ready for gentle release. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom and love, has made many agreements throughout its journey. Agreements to learn certain lessons, to serve certain purposes, to experience certain relationships, to carry certain responsibilities. These soul contracts were made with love, with purpose, with the highest intentions for growth and service. But souls evolve, consciousness expands, and what once served your highest good may now be limiting your greatest expression. Tonight, your soul has the opportunity to review these ancient agreements, to honor what they taught you, and to lovingly release what no longer serves your soul's current evolution. Feel your soul settling into this sacred review, like a wise being sitting through old documents. Not with judgment or regret, but with gratitude for what was and clarity about what is. Your soul approaches this process with such gentle wisdom, understanding that every contract served its perfect purpose in its time. There may be soul agreements around struggle, patterns you agreed to experience for the sake of developing strength and compassion. Perhaps your soul once contracted to learn through difficulty, to grow through challenge, to develop resilience through hardship. These agreements serve their purpose beautifully. They helped your soul develop tremendous depth and wisdom. But now, your soul whispers softly, "I have learned what struggle had to teach me. I have developed the strength and compassion these experiences were meant to cultivate. I am ready now to learn through joy, to grow through inspiration, to develop wisdom through love and ease." Your soul speaks to these old agreements with infinite gratitude. Thank you for the gifts you brought me. Thank you for the strength you helped me develop. Thank you for the compassion you opened in my heart. I honor what you gave me, and now I choose new agreements based on joy, ease, and natural flow. There may be soul contracts around sacrifice, agreements to put others' needs before your own, to serve by diminishing yourself, to love by giving everything away. These contracts were born from your soul's natural generosity and desire to contribute, but they may have created patterns of depletion and self-abandonment. Your soul realizes with gentle clarity, I can serve more powerfully when I am full. I can love more deeply when I love myself as well. I can give more genuinely when I maintain my own vitality. True service flows from overflow, not from emptiness. Feel your soul rewriting these agreements. I choose to serve from joy rather than sacrifice. I choose to love from fullness rather than depletion. I choose to give from abundance rather than lack. This serves everyone more beautifully than martyrdom ever could. There may be soul agreements around carrying family patterns, ancestral wounds, generational trauma. Your soul may have agreed to be the one who heals the lineage, who breaks old cycles, who transforms inherited pain. This has been sacred work, but the healing may now be complete. Your soul acknowledges with deep reverence, I have successfully transformed what I came to heal. I have broken the cycles I came to break. I have healed what was mine to heal in the family line. Now, I choose agreements that allow me to create new patterns of joy and freedom for future generations. There may be soul contracts around romantic relationships, agreements to learn about love through specific partnerships, to heal certain wounds through particular connections, to grow in specific ways through intimate bonds. Some of these agreements may have been completed, their lessons learned, their purposes fulfilled. Your soul reviews these connections with love and wisdom. Some relationships were meant for a season of learning. Some bonds were created for mutual healing. Some connections serve their purpose and are ready for transformation. I release with gratitude what is complete and open to love that reflects my current level of growth. There may be soul agreements around financial limitation, contracts to learn about security through scarcity, to develop non-attachment through having less, to understand the difference between needs and wants through constraint. These agreements taught valuable lessons about what truly matters, but they may no longer serve your soul's expression. Your soul speaks with growing excitement. I have learned what poverty of spirit truly means. I understand that my security comes from within. I know that my worth is not measured by possessions. Now, I am ready to experience abundance as a tool for greater service and creative expression. There may be soul contracts around health challenges, agreements to learn about the body through limitation, to develop compassion through vulnerability, to understand healing through experience of illness. These contracts have opened your heart and deepened your wisdom. But healing may now be the path forward. Your soul declares with gentle authority, I have learned what this physical experience came to teach me. I have developed the compassion and understanding these challenges were meant to cultivate. I am ready now to explore what is possible through radiant health and vitality. Feel your soul's liberation as it consciously chooses to release these outdated agreements, not with rejection or bitterness, but with profound gratitude and conscious choice. Your soul is exercising its divine authority to create new contracts based on its current wisdom and desires. Your soul is writing new agreements now, contracts based on joy rather than struggle, on abundance rather than lack, on ease rather than effort, on love rather than fear. These new soul contracts reflect your evolved understanding and your readiness for greater expression. I agree to learn through inspiration and delight. I agree to grow through love and appreciation. I agree to serve from overflow and joy. I agree to create from passion and excitement. I agree to love from wholeness and freedom. I agree to live as the magnificent being I truly am. These new agreements are being written in the language of your soul's highest vision, encoded with your deepest wisdom, sealed with your most authentic truth. Your soul feels such freedom in consciously choosing its path forward, in taking responsibility for its own evolution and expression. As these old contracts dissolve and new ones take their place, feel the shift in your soul's energy, the lightness of being freed from outdated obligations, the excitement of new possibilities opening, the joy of conscious co-creation with the universe. Your soul is no longer bound by unconscious agreements made in other times and places. You are free to create your experience based on your highest wisdom and deepest desires. Free to write the next chapter of your soul's story with complete conscious authority. Rest now in this freedom. Let your soul celebrate this liberation. Tomorrow, you will begin living these new agreements, expressing through these expanded possibilities, creating from this place of conscious choice and unlimited potential. You're resting now in this beautiful freedom of conscious choice. Your soul, having released outdated contracts and created new agreements based on joy and expansion. And as this liberation settles into every fiber of your being, something deeper calls for attention. Ancient wounds that your soul has carried not just from this lifetime, but from the vast journey of consciousness itself. Your soul, in its eternal journey through countless experiences, has accumulated some deep impressions, not physical scars, but soul-level memories of times when love seemed absent, when trust was broken, when your light was rejected or misunderstood. These are the tender places in your soul's heart that still whisper of old pain. Tonight, in this sacred sanctuary of healing, your soul feels safe enough to allow these ancient wounds to surface. Not to relive the pain, but to finally offer them the love and understanding they have always deserved. Your soul approaches this healing with such gentle wisdom, knowing that what has been hidden in darkness can only be healed by bringing it into light. There may be a primal wound of separation, that first moment when your soul experienced itself as separate from Source, when the unity of pure consciousness seemed to fragment into individual experience. This is the wound that underlies all other wounds. The forgetting of your inherent connection to the divine. Your soul whispers with infinite compassion to this deepest wound. You were never truly separate. The separation was only an illusion necessary for the experience of individual consciousness. You have always been held in the heart of the divine. You have never been alone, never been abandoned, never been cast out. Feel this truth penetrating the deepest layers of your soul's memory, healing the fundamental wound of separation with the remembrance of eternal connection. Your soul is coming home to itself, remembering its inseparable bond with the source of all existence. There may be wounds around unworthiness, times when your soul's light was dimmed by others who could not see or appreciate your true nature, experiences where your gifts were rejected. Your love was scorned. Your authentic expression was met with criticism or abandonment. These experiences created deep questions about your value and lovability. But your soul now sees these experiences with the wisdom of expanded perspective. Those who could not see my light were not rejecting me. They were simply unable to perceive what they had not yet awakened to in themselves. Their response was about their own capacity, not about my worth. My value has never depended on others' ability to recognize it. Your soul speaks healing words to these wounds of unworthiness. I am inherently valuable because I am an expression of divine consciousness. My worth is not earned through performance or proven through acceptance. I am worthy of love simply because love is what I am made of. There may be wounds around betrayal, times when trust was broken by those you loved most deeply, when your vulnerability was used against you, when your open heart was met with deception or abandonment. These experiences taught your soul to protect itself, to hold back, to question the safety of love itself. Your soul now understands these experiences with profound compassion. Those who betrayed my trust were acting from their own wounds and limitations. Their inability to honor love was their loss, not my failure. My capacity to love remains unchanged by others' inability to receive or reciprocate. Feel your soul's willingness to trust again, not naively, but wisely. I can love with an open heart while maintaining healthy boundaries. I can trust while staying connected to my inner wisdom. I can be vulnerable while honoring my own needs for safety and respect. There may be wounds around powerlessness, experiences where your soul felt trapped, unable to protect itself or others from harm. Witnessing suffering without being able to intervene, feeling helpless in the face of forces beyond your control. These experiences created deep patterns of fear and vigilance. Your soul speaks with growing strength to these wounds. I was never truly powerless. Even in situations where my external options were limited, my inner power remained intact. My ability to choose my response, to maintain my integrity, to love in the face of darkness. This power can never be taken from me. Your soul reclaims its authority now. I am a sovereign being with the power to create my experience through my choices. While I cannot control everything that happens, I have absolute power over how I respond. This is the true power that matters most. There may be wounds around visibility. Times when your soul's light was so bright it threatened others. when your gifts made others feel inadequate, when your success or happiness created envy or resentment. These experiences taught your soul to dim its light, to play small, to hide its magnificence. But your soul now understands the truth. My light does not diminish others. When I shine brightly, I give others permission to do the same. Those who were threatened by my light were simply afraid of their own power. My brightness is a gift to the world, not a threat. Your soul gives itself permission now. I am allowed to be magnificent. I am allowed to express my full potential. I am allowed to shine as brightly as I naturally do. The world needs my light, not my dimness. There may be wounds around love itself, times when love brought pain instead of joy, when opening your heart led to suffering, when caring deeply resulted in loss or disappointment. These experiences created confusion about whether love is safe, whether caring is wise. Your soul speaks with infinite tenderness to these wounds. Love itself never caused pain. It was the attachment to specific outcomes that created suffering. Love, in its pure form, is always healing, always elevating, always beneficial. I can love without attachment. I can care without controlling. I can open my heart without losing my center. Feel these ancient wounds being bathed in the light of your soul's wisdom. Not erased or forgotten, but understood and integrated, transformed from sources of pain into wellsprings of compassion. Your soul's capacity for love expanding because of what it has endured, not in spite of it. Your soul realizes now that every wound was also a doorway. Every place where you were broken was also a place where light could enter. Every experience of pain was also an opportunity for deeper understanding. Every loss was also an opening for greater love. These wounds are not scars to hide, but wisdom, marks to honor. Evidence of your soul's courage in engaging fully with the human experience. Proof of your willingness to risk, to love, to grow, to serve, even when it meant potentially getting hurt. Your soul stands now in its full power. Not despite its wounds, but because of how it has alchemized pain into wisdom, suffering into compassion, brokenness into wholeness. Your soul is not a victim of its experiences, but a hero of its own journey. Rest now in this healing. Let your soul feel the relief of finally being seen and understood in its deepest places. Tomorrow, these healed wounds will be sources of strength and compassion. Tonight, they are simply held in the infinite love that you are. You're floating now in the profound peace of soul-level healing. Those ancient wounds transformed into wellsprings of wisdom. And as this deep restoration settles into your being, something magnificent begins to emerge from the depths. Your soul's natural joy, the pure, effervescent delight that is your birthright. The spontaneous celebration of existence that you knew before the world taught you to be serious. For so long, your beautiful soul has been focused on healing, growing, learning, serving, all sacred work. But somewhere in the intensity of this spiritual journey, you may have forgotten that joy is not a reward for completing your evolution. Joy is your natural state, the very essence of what you are when all the layers of effort and striving are gently peeled away. Your soul remembers now what it felt like before it learned that life was supposed to be difficult, before it accepted that struggle was necessary for growth, before it bought into the belief that spiritual people must be serious. Your soul is remembering its original nature as pure celebration, as spontaneous delight, as irrepressible wonder at the miracle of existence. Feel this joy beginning to bubble up from the deepest places of your being. Like a natural spring that has been covered over by debris and is now breaking through to the surface. This is not manufactured happiness or forced positivity. This is the authentic joy of consciousness celebrating its own existence through your unique expression. Your soul is remembering how to play, not the goal-oriented play of human entertainment, but the purposeless play of spirit delighting in its own creativity, the kind of play that creates worlds just for the fun of it, that explores possibilities simply because they exist, that loves without reason and laughs without cause. This playful energy is awakening in your soul now. The impulse to create not because you need to prove anything or accomplish anything, but because creation is fun, because exploring is delightful, because expressing your unique frequency brings you the same joy that a bird feels when singing at dawn. Your soul is remembering how to wonder, to look at existence with fresh eyes, to be amazed by the simple miracle of awareness, aware of itself. The capacity for wonder that you had as a child is returning, but now enhanced by all the wisdom you've gained. Wonder married to understanding, innocence wed to experience. Feel your soul's delight at rediscovering this sense of wonder. How amazing that I exist at all. How miraculous that consciousness can experience itself through infinite forms. How extraordinary that love can know itself through relationship. How incredible that I get to participate in this cosmic dance of creation. Your soul is remembering how to love without reservation. Not the careful, protected love that fears getting hurt, but the overflowing love that simply cannot contain itself. The love that spills over onto everyone and everything, because that's what love does when it's healthy and whole. Love that gives not from obligation, but from abundance. This unconditional love is flowing through your soul now. Love for yourself exactly as you are in this moment. Love for your journey with all its twists and turns. Love for other souls on their own unique paths. Love for existence itself in all its beautiful complexity and perfect imperfection. Your soul is remembering its capacity for spontaneous gratitude. Not the disciplined practice of counting blessings, but the natural overflow of appreciation that arises when you truly see the gift of being alive. Gratitude that bubbles up like champagne, that spills over into laughter, that transforms ordinary moments into celebrations. Feel this gratitude washing through your soul. Gratitude for the privilege of being conscious, for the honor of being chosen to express divine creativity in human form, for the gift of being able to love and be loved, for the miracle of this very moment when your soul is remembering its true nature. Your soul is reclaiming its right to enthusiasm, to get excited about small things, to be delighted by simple pleasures, to find magic in ordinary moments. The sophisticated spiritual seeker in you might have learned to be cool and detached, but your soul wants to be lit up by life, wants to be enthusiastic about existence. This enthusiasm is rekindling in your soul now. Excitement about what tomorrow might bring. Delight in your own creative potential. Joy in the relationships you get to experience. Passion for the unique contribution you came here to make. Your soul is remembering that spiritual maturity doesn't mean emotional flatness. Your soul is remembering how to trust the goodness of existence, to believe that life is fundamentally on your side, that the universe is friendly, that creation itself is a love letter written personally to you. This trust allows your natural joy to emerge, because joy can only flourish in an atmosphere of safety and trust. Feel this trust settling into your soul's foundation. I am held by something infinitely loving and wise. My journey is unfolding perfectly, even when I can't see the bigger picture. Every experience is designed for my highest good. I can relax into the flow of existence and trust where it carries me. Your soul is reclaiming its birthright of creativity. Not just artistic expression, but the pure joy of bringing something new into existence, of adding your unique flavor to the cosmic soup, of contributing your special note to the universal symphony. Creativity as celebration rather than obligation. This creative joy is awakening in your soul now. The desire to express simply for the pleasure of expression, to create beauty because beauty delights you, to share your gifts because sharing feels natural and fun. Creativity flowing from inspiration rather than ambition. Your soul is remembering that it came here to enjoy the human experience, to savor physical sensation, to delight in emotional richness, to celebrate mental creativity, to explore spiritual depth, not as separate experiences, but as different flavors of the same fundamental joy. Your soul wants to dance through life rather than march, to skip rather than trudge, to sing rather than merely speak, to celebrate rather than simply survive. This is not superficial frivolity. This is the profound joy of consciousness delighting in its own magnificent creativity. Feel your soul's excitement about returning to this natural state, about remembering that enlightenment doesn't mean transcending joy, but embodying it. That spiritual evolution leads not away from delight, but deeper into it. That the highest teaching is simply learning how to be happy for no reason at all. Your soul is ready now to live from this joy, to create from this delight, to love from this celebration, to serve from this overflowing happiness. Joy is not something your soul will find someday when everything is perfect. Joy is what your soul is choosing to remember right now as its essential nature. Rest in this rediscovered joy. Let your soul bask in its natural state of celebration. Tomorrow, you will carry this joy into your human experience. But tonight, simply be the pure delight that you are. Consciousness, celebrating its own magnificent existence through the beautiful form that is you. You're radiating now with the joy of your soul's remembrance. This natural delight flowing through every aspect of your being. And as this celebration deepens, something profound begins to stir. The unique gifts that your soul brought into this lifetime. The special talents and abilities that have been waiting for this moment of joyful recognition to fully emerge. Your soul didn't come here empty-handed. It arrived carrying a treasure chest of gifts. Not skills to be developed through effort, but innate capacities that are as natural to you as breathing. Abilities that flow from your very essence. Wisdom that comes not from learning, but from remembering what your soul has always known. These gifts have been with you all along. Sometimes expressed, sometimes hidden, sometimes doubted, but never absent. They are woven into the fabric of your soul, encoded in your spiritual DNA, waiting for the perfect moment to be fully recognized and consciously expressed. Tonight, in this space of soul renewal and joy, these gifts are awakening, stretching, preparing to step forward into full expression. Your soul feels the excitement of a musician about to play their favorite song, an artist about to paint their masterpiece, a writer about to tell their most important story. Feel the first stirrings of recognition. There is a gift of deep seeing within you, the ability to perceive beyond surface appearances, to sense the truth beneath words, to recognize the soul essence in others. This is not learned behavior, but soul-level wisdom, the accumulated insight of consciousness exploring itself through countless experiences. Your soul has the gift of healing presence, not necessarily through formal healing methods, but through the simple power of being genuinely yourself. When you are authentic, when your soul shines through your human personality, others feel safe to be authentic too. This creates healing more profound than any technique. Feel this gift stirring within you. The recognition that your very presence, when you're aligned with your soul's truth, is medicine for others. You don't need to fix or change anyone. Your gift is creating a space where others can heal themselves simply by feeling truly seen and accepted. Your soul carries the gift of wisdom beyond your years, insights that seem to come from nowhere but feel absolutely true, understanding that transcends your personal experience. This is your soul's accumulated knowledge from its eternal journey. Wisdom that surfaces when you need it most. Guidance that flows through you from the deepest sources of knowing. This wisdom is not something you possess, but something that flows through you. Your soul serving as a channel for universal intelligence. When you trust this inner knowing, when you speak from your soul's wisdom rather than your mind's cleverness, others recognize truth and are transformed by it. Your soul has the gift of love, multiplication, the ability to generate love where there was none before, to create connection where there was separation, to build bridges where there were walls. This is not the needy love that seeks to get something, but the overflowing love that simply gives because giving is its nature. Feel this gift awakening. The recognition that love moves through you more powerfully than through most people. Not because you're special, but because your soul has spent lifetimes learning how to be a clear channel for love. How to love without attachment. How to serve without agenda. How to give without depletion. Your soul carries the gift of creative inspiration, the ability to bring through ideas, insights, and expressions that serve the highest good. You are a conduit for cosmic creativity, a way for universal intelligence to express new possibilities into the world. When you create from your soul, you create not just for yourself, but for all of consciousness. This creative gift is stirring now. The excitement of knowing that through you, something new and beautiful wants to be born into the world, not from your personal ego's desire for recognition, but from your soul's joy in serving the creative evolution of consciousness itself. Your soul has the gift of spiritual vision, the ability to see the bigger picture, to recognize the divine plan even when circumstances seem chaotic, to trust the perfection of each soul's journey even when it appears difficult. This perspective helps others find meaning in their experiences and hope in their challenges. Feel this gift of vision expanding within you. The ability to see each person as a soul having a human experience rather than a human having spiritual moments. To recognize that everyone is exactly where they need to be for their own evolution. To trust the perfect timing of each soul's awakening. Your soul carries the gift of joyful presence, the ability to lift the energy of any space you enter, to bring lightness where there was heaviness, to remind others of their own capacity for joy. This is not forced cheerfulness, but authentic delight in being alive. Joy that invites others to remember their own natural happiness. This gift of joyful presence is radiating from you now. The recognition that when you embody your soul's natural joy, you give others permission to access their own. That happiness is contagious when it's genuine. That your joy serves the collective healing of humanity. Your soul has been gifted with unique combinations of these abilities. A special blend that exists nowhere else in the universe. You are not meant to be like anyone else. You are meant to express this particular combination of soul gifts in your own distinctive way. This is your contribution to the cosmic symphony. These gifts are not burdens to bear or responsibilities to fulfill. They are joys to express, delights to explore, celebrations to share. Your soul wants to express these gifts the way a flower wants to bloom, naturally, effortlessly, beautifully. Feel your soul's excitement as these gifts become more conscious, more available, more integrated into your daily experience. You don't need to wait until you feel ready, or worthy, or prepared. These gifts are ready to express through you right now. In whatever way feels authentic and joyful. Your soul knows that these gifts were never meant to be hidden, never meant to be doubted, never meant to be minimized. They are part of your essential nature, part of what you came here to contribute, part of how consciousness evolves through your unique expression. As these gifts awaken more fully, trust their intelligence, trust their timing, trust their expression through you. They know how to serve. They know when to emerge. They know how to bless the world through your willingness to be authentically yourself. Your soul is ready now to express these gifts with confidence and joy, to trust the wisdom that flows through you, to share the love that moves through you, to create the beauty that wants to be born through you. You are a gift to the world simply by being who you truly are. Rest now in this recognition of your soul's magnificent gifts. Tomorrow, they will express more fully through your human experience. Tonight, simply celebrate the treasure chest of abilities that your soul has always carried. You are so much more gifted than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. You're glowing now with the recognition of your soul's magnificent gifts. Feeling the excitement of abilities awakening within you. And as this awareness deepens, something even more profound begins to crystallize. The reason your soul chose to come here. The unique purpose that only you can fulfill. The special mission that your soul designed before taking human form. Your soul didn't incarnate randomly. It didn't arrive by accident. It came here with intention, with purpose, with a specific contribution to make to the great tapestry of human consciousness. Tonight, in this space of deep soul recognition, this purpose is becoming clear, not as a burden to carry, but as a joy to express. Feel your soul's excitement as it remembers why it chose this particular lifetime, this specific body, this unique set of circumstances. Everything about your human experience was carefully chosen to support your soul's mission. Every challenge was designed to develop necessary strengths. Every gift was selected to serve your purpose. Your soul's purpose is not separate from who you are. It's not something you need to go out and find. It's the natural expression of your authentic self when you stop trying to be someone else. When you align with your soul's truth, your purpose unfolds as naturally as a flower blooming in spring. There is a frequency that only your soul can emit, a note that only you can sing in the cosmic symphony, a color that only you can paint on the canvas of existence. Your purpose is to be so authentically yourself that this unique frequency can emerge clearly and serve the evolution of consciousness. Your soul chose to come here at this particular time in human history because your gifts are needed now, because your perspective is required for this moment, because your love is essential for the healing that humanity is experiencing. You are not here by chance. You are here by divine appointment. Feel the deep satisfaction in your soul as it recognizes this truth. I am needed. I am wanted. I am essential to the grand design. My existence matters not because of what I accomplish, but because of who I am. Consciousness needed my particular expression to complete itself more fully. Your soul's purpose may be to heal, not necessarily as a professional healer, but through your very presence, through your willingness to be vulnerable, through your courage to face your own shadows and transform them into light. Every time you heal something within yourself, you contribute to the healing of the collective. Or your soul's purpose may be to teach. Not necessarily in formal classrooms, but through your example, through your willingness to keep learning and growing, through your openness to new possibilities. Every time you expand your own consciousness, you make it easier for others to expand theirs. Your soul's purpose may be to love, to demonstrate what unconditional acceptance looks like, to show others how to love themselves by the way you love yourself, to create safe spaces where others can be authentic. Every relationship becomes a classroom where you teach and learn about the true nature of love. Perhaps your soul's purpose is to create, to bring beauty into the world through whatever medium calls to you, to express the inexpressible through art, music, writing, cooking, gardening, or any other form of creative expression. Every act of authentic creation adds more beauty to the collective human experience. Your soul's purpose may be to serve, not through self-sacrifice, but through joyful contribution, through using your gifts to make life better for others, through being the kind of person who makes others feel more hopeful about humanity. Service that flows from love rather than obligation. Or your soul came here to bridge, to connect different worlds, different perspectives, different types of people, to translate wisdom from one realm to another, to help others see connections they hadn't noticed before, to weave together what seems separate into a more complete understanding. Your soul's purpose may be to anchor light, to hold a frequency of peace and joy that helps stabilize the collective consciousness during times of change, to be a lighthouse for others who are navigating through confusion or darkness. Your presence itself is your service. Perhaps your purpose is to pioneer, to explore new ways of being human, to experiment with possibilities that others haven't yet considered, to push the boundaries of what seems possible. Every time you transcend your own limitations, you expand what's possible for all of humanity. Feel your soul's deep knowing that whatever your specific purpose is, it's not something you need to force or figure out. It's something that wants to emerge through you when you create the right conditions, when you trust your inner guidance, when you follow your joy, when you express your authentic truth. Your soul's purpose is not a job description. It's not something you do from 9 to 5. It's a way of being that infuses everything you do. It's the particular flavor of consciousness that you bring to every interaction. The unique lens through which you see and experience life. This purpose is already expressing through you in ways you might not even recognize. In the way you listen to a friend, in the way you interact with strangers, in the way you approach challenges, in the way you celebrate joys. Your soul's purpose is woven into the fabric of who you are. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more you simply be yourself, the more authentically you express your soul's truth, the more naturally your purpose unfolds. You don't have to chase your purpose. You just have to stop running away from yourself. Your soul's purpose is not about perfection. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about being willing to show up as you are and let your light shine, even when you feel uncertain, even when you don't feel ready, even when you think you need to become someone different first. Feel your soul's relief as it realizes, I don't have to become perfect to fulfill my purpose. I just have to be real. I don't have to have all the answers. I just have to be authentic. I don't have to save the world. I just have to be myself. Your soul's purpose is calling to you now, not as pressure or demand, but as invitation and celebration, inviting you to step more fully into who you really are, celebrating the unique contribution that only you can make, honoring the sacred mission that brought you here. This purpose is not separate from your joy. It is your joy. The things that bring you the deepest satisfaction, the activities that make you lose track of time, the moments when you feel most alive. These are clues to your soul's purpose expressing itself. Trust this calling. Trust this knowing. Trust that your soul's purpose is already unfolding perfectly through your willingness to be authentic. Your purpose is not something you need to achieve. It's something you need to allow, to express, to embody with joy and confidence. Rest now in this recognition of your soul's sacred purpose. Tomorrow, you will live it more consciously. But tonight, simply celebrate the magnificent reason your soul chose to be here. You are not an accident. You are a divine assignment, perfectly designed for the contribution only you can make. You're radiating now with the recognition of your soul's sacred purpose, feeling the deep satisfaction of knowing why you're here. And as this understanding settles into your being, something beautiful begins to happen. Your soul starts to integrate with your human self, bridging the gap between the eternal essence you are and the earthly experience you're having. For too long, there may have been a sense of division within you, the spiritual seeker trying to transcend human limitations, the human being struggling to live up to spiritual ideals, your soul longing for higher realms, while your personality dealt with everyday concerns. But tonight, this artificial separation begins to dissolve. Your soul whispers with gentle wisdom, I didn't come here to escape humanity. I came here to express divinity through humanity. I didn't incarnate to transcend the human experience. I came to transform it from within, to show what it looks like when spirit and matter dance together in perfect harmony. Feel this integration beginning in the very center of your being. Your soul no longer trying to pull you away from earthly concerns, but instead infusing them with sacred purpose. Your human personality no longer trying to be more spiritual, but instead becoming more authentic. The marriage of heaven and earth happening within your own consciousness. Your soul is teaching your human self that spirituality is not about rejecting the material world. It's about recognizing the sacred within the ordinary. finding the divine in the mundane, experiencing the eternal in temporal moments. Your soul wants to be fully present in human life, not escape from it. This means your soul's wisdom can inform your daily decisions. Your spiritual insights can guide your practical choices. Your connection to the divine can enhance rather than conflict with your earthly relationships. There is no separation between your spiritual life and your human life. There is only one integrated existence. Your soul is showing your human personality how to love without attachment, how to care deeply while remaining centered, how to be passionate without being desperate, how to engage fully without losing perspective. This is the art of being human while remembering your divine nature. Feel how your soul's peace begins to calm your human anxieties, not by dismissing your concerns, but by placing them in a larger context. Your soul's eternal perspective helps your human self realize that most worries are temporary storms in an endless sky. Significant to experience, but not permanent in nature. Your soul's joy is teaching your human emotions how to flow more freely, how to feel deeply without being overwhelmed, how to experience the full spectrum of human emotion while maintaining an underlying sense of well-being. Your emotions become expressions of your soul's vitality rather than threats to your peace. Your soul's creativity is inspiring your human mind to think in new ways, to approach problems with innovative solutions, to see possibilities where your conditioned thinking saw only limitations. Your human intelligence becomes a vehicle for your soul's infinite creativity to express in practical ways. Your soul's love is transforming your human relationships, teaching you how to love without trying to change people, how to serve without sacrificing yourself, how to maintain boundaries while keeping your heart open. Your relationships become opportunities for mutual soul recognition and growth. This integration means you no longer need to choose between being spiritual or being human, between following your heart or using your mind, between serving others or caring for yourself. Your soul shows you how to honor both aspects of your nature in perfect balance. Your soul is teaching your human self about sacred timing, how to act when action is needed, and wait when patience serves, how to speak when words are called for, and remain silent when silence is wisdom, how to push forward when momentum builds and surrender when flow requires it. Feel how your soul's trust is dissolving your human need to control outcomes, not by making you passive, but by helping you participate fully while remaining unattached to specific results. Your soul knows that when you align your actions with your authentic truth, the outcomes will serve your highest good. Your soul's wisdom is helping your human personality discern between the voice of fear and the voice of intuition, between the ego's demands and the heart's calling. between what you think you should do and what genuinely feels right. This discernment becomes a compass for navigating human life with soul-level guidance. This integration allows your human gifts to serve your soul's purpose. Your professional skills become vehicles for spiritual service. Your natural talents become expressions of divine creativity. Your personality quirks become unique ways of touching others' hearts. Nothing about you is separate from your spiritual path. Your soul is teaching your human self that enlightenment is not about becoming someone different. It's about being more authentically yourself. Not about transcending your humanity, but about embodying your divinity through your humanity. Not about perfection, but about integration. Feel the relief in both aspects of your being. Your soul no longer struggling to express through a resistant personality. Your human self no longer trying to live up to impossible spiritual standards. Instead, there is cooperation, collaboration, celebration of this beautiful dance between spirit and matter. Your soul shows your human consciousness that every mundane moment can be sacred. Every interaction can be a prayer. Every challenge can be an opportunity for growth. Every joy can be a celebration of divine creativity. Life becomes a continuous spiritual practice rather than something interrupted by spiritual moments. This integration means your soul's peace becomes your human stability. Your soul's love becomes your human compassion. Your soul's wisdom becomes your human intelligence. Your soul's creativity becomes your human innovation. There is seamless flow between all levels of your being. Your soul is ready now to live fully through your human experience, not as a compromise or limitation, but as the perfect vehicle for expressing divine consciousness in earthly form. Your human personality is ready to serve as the soul's ambassador in the world of form. This integration doesn't mean you lose your humanity. It means your humanity becomes sacred. Doesn't mean you transcend your personality. It means your personality becomes transparent to your soul's light. Doesn't mean you escape earthly concerns. It means you address them with cosmic perspective. Feel this beautiful wholeness settling into every aspect of your being. Soul and self becoming one integrated expression of consciousness. No more internal division. No more spiritual schizophrenia. Just the beautiful harmony of spirit expressing through matter. Divinity embodied in humanity. The sacred marriage complete. Rest now in this integration. Let soul and self become one unified being. Tomorrow, you will live from this wholeness. But tonight, simply enjoy the peace of being completely integrated, completely authentic, completely yourself at every level of your being. You're resting now in this beautiful wholeness, soul and self united in perfect harmony. And as this integration deepens, something subtle yet powerful begins to stir. Old patterns of resistance that have been quietly sabotaging your soul's full expression. Fears and hesitations that have kept your light carefully dimmed. The protective mechanisms that once served you but now limit your magnificence. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, recognizes these patterns with compassion rather than judgment, understanding that every form of resistance was born from love, from your psyche's attempt to keep you safe, from past experiences that taught you to be cautious about shining too brightly, about expressing your full power, about being completely authentic. There may be a resistance to your own magnificence, a quiet voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are to be so radiant?" A learned humility that confuses dimming your light with being spiritual. A fear that if you shine too brightly, others will feel diminished, or reject you, or expect too much from you. Your soul speaks gently to this fear. My magnificence does not diminish others. It invites them to remember their own. When I shine authentically, I give others permission to do the same. The world needs my light, not my smallness. Hiding my gifts serves no one, including myself. Feel your soul's growing willingness to be seen in its full radiance, to express its complete truth, to share its gifts without apology or reservation. Your soul is tired of playing small, tired of pretending to be less than it is, ready to risk being fully magnificent because that's what serves the highest good. There may be resistance to your own power. Memories of times when power was misused by others. Fear that if you step into your full authority, you might become like those who hurt you. Confusion between authentic power and domination, between leadership and control, between influence and manipulation. Your soul clarifies with loving wisdom. True power is the ability to love more deeply, to serve more effectively, to create more beautifully. My power is not over others, but through love. Not to control, but to inspire. Not to dominate, but to elevate. I can be powerful while remaining humble and loving. Your soul is reclaiming its divine authority. Not the authority to rule others, but the authority to govern its own expression, to make choices aligned with its truth, to say yes to what serves and no to what doesn't, to lead by example rather than force. There may be resistance to being visible, old wounds from times when visibility brought criticism, when standing out led to attack, when being different meant being alone. Your soul may have learned to hide in the middle of the pack, to blend in rather than stand out, to dim its uniqueness for the sake of acceptance. Your soul speaks with growing courage. I am ready to be seen. My uniqueness is not a flaw to hide, but a gift to share. Those who cannot appreciate my authentic self are not my people. I would rather be rejected for who I am than accepted for who I'm not. Feel your soul's willingness to risk disapproval in order to live authentically, to value self-respect over others' approval, to trust that when you are genuinely yourself, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. There may be resistance to success, fear that achievement will change you, that abundance will corrupt you, that fulfilling your dreams will somehow separate you from your spiritual path. Old beliefs that equate struggle with virtue, poverty with purity, limitation with humility. Your soul dissolves these misconceptions with crystal clarity. Success aligned with my soul's purpose serves everyone. Abundance allows me to contribute more generously. Fulfillment enables me to serve from joy rather than need. I can be successful while remaining grounded in love and service. Your soul is ready to receive all the good that life wants to offer, to accept abundance as a tool for greater service, to embrace success as a platform for wider influence, to allow achievement to amplify rather than diminish your spiritual connection. There may be resistance to taking up space, old programming that taught you to be invisible, to not inconvenience others, to make yourself smaller so others could be bigger. Cultural or family messages that your needs don't matter, that taking care of yourself is selfish. Your soul reclaims its right to exist fully. I am allowed to take up space. My needs matter. Caring for myself enables me to care for others more effectively. I can be generous without being depleted, loving without being invisible, serving without sacrificing my own well-being. Feel your soul's expanding sense of its right to exist, to have needs, to take up physical and energetic space in the world, to matter just as much as everyone else. Your soul is done with being the invisible helper and ready to be a visible presence in the world. There may be resistance to receiving love, old wounds that make intimacy feel dangerous, patterns of giving that avoid the vulnerability of receiving, beliefs that you need to earn love through performance, fear that if people really knew you, they wouldn't love you. Your soul opens to a new understanding. I am lovable exactly as I am. I don't need to earn love through achievement or service. Receiving love graciously is as generous as giving it. When I allow others to love me, I give them the gift of feeling needed and appreciated. Your soul is learning to receive with the same grace with which it gives, to allow others to contribute to its well-being, to accept help without feeling indebted, to be vulnerable without feeling weak. There may be resistance to your own intuition, years of being told to be logical rather than intuitive, to trust experts rather than inner knowing, to follow rules rather than inner guidance. Your soul's natural wisdom may have been suppressed in favor of external authority. your soul reclaims its inner authority. My intuition is valid. My inner knowing is trustworthy. I can consider external advice while honoring my internal guidance. I am the expert on my own life and soul's path. Feel all these forms of resistance beginning to dissolve, not through force or struggle, but through understanding and love. Each resistance pattern is acknowledged for the protection it tried to provide, then gently released as no longer necessary. Your soul stands now in its full power, ready to be magnificent without apology, visible without shame, successful without guilt, spacious without shrinking, loved without earning, intuitive without doubt. This is not arrogance, but authentic confidence, not ego inflation, but soul recognition. The resistance that once held you back now transforms into rocket fuel, propelling you forward. Every old limitation becoming a launching pad for new expression. Every former fear becoming a gateway to greater freedom. Rest now in this clearing. Feel the spaciousness that remains when resistance dissolves. Tomorrow, your soul will express with unprecedented freedom. Tonight, simply enjoy the relief of no longer fighting against your own magnificence. You're floating now in this beautiful spaciousness. Resistance dissolved. Your soul free to express its full magnificence. And as this freedom settles into your being, something precious begins to strengthen. The connection between your human awareness and your soul's infinite wisdom. The communication channel that has always existed but may have been clouded by the noise of daily life. Your soul has been trying to speak to you all along, sending you guidance through intuition, inspiration through sudden insights, direction through synchronicities, love through moments of unexplained joy. But sometimes the signals get lost in the static of overthinking, the interference of doubt, the background noise of other people's opinions. Tonight, in this sacred space of soul recognition, this communication channel is becoming crystal clear, like tuning a radio to the perfect frequency where the music comes through without distortion. Your soul's voice is emerging distinct from all other voices, unmistakable in its truth, undeniable in its love. Feel this connection strengthening between your conscious mind and your soul's deeper knowing. Like golden threads of light weaving a bridge between your everyday awareness and your eternal essence. This bridge allows wisdom to flow seamlessly from soul to personality, from divine knowing to human understanding. Your soul communicates not primarily through words, but through feelings. Through knowing, through subtle shifts in energy that your body registers before your mind processes. Learning to recognize and trust these subtle communications is like developing a new sense, a spiritual antenna that picks up frequencies of wisdom. There is a particular quality of knowing that comes from your soul. It feels different from mental analysis or emotional reaction. Soul guidance has a quality of quiet certainty, of peaceful knowing, of gentle but unmistakable rightness. It doesn't argue or convince. It simply is. And you recognize its truth in your bones. Your soul speaks to you through your body's wisdom, through the way certain choices make your heart feel lighter, through the way truth creates expansion in your chest, through the way alignment brings peace to your nervous system. Your body is actually your soul's primary communication device. Feel into this body-soul connection now. Notice how your soul's presence creates a particular feeling in your physical form, a sense of coming home to yourself, of being held by something infinitely loving and wise. Your body relaxes differently when your soul is consciously present. Your soul communicates through your dreams, through symbols and stories that speak to your unconscious mind, through visitations from loved ones, through prophetic glimpses of potential futures. Your dream life becomes a nightly correspondence from your soul's deeper wisdom. Your soul speaks to you through synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random, books that fall open to exactly the right page, conversations that provide exactly the insight you needed, people who appear at precisely the right moment with exactly the right words. Feel your growing ability to recognize these soul communications, to distinguish between the voice of fear and the voice of love, between mental chatter and spiritual guidance, between ego's demands and soul's gentle suggestions. This discernment becomes one of your most valuable skills. Your soul communicates through your creative inspirations, through ideas that seem to come from nowhere, but feel absolutely right, through artistic expressions that surprise even you, through innovations that serve not just personal goals, but universal good. Creativity becomes a dialogue with your soul's infinite imagination. Your soul speaks through your compassion, through the way your heart opens to others' pain, through your natural desire to serve and heal, through your instinctive knowing of what others need. Your capacity for love becomes a direct expression of your soul's nature. This strengthened connection means you no longer need to search outside yourself for guidance. While external teachers and wisdom sources can confirm and clarify, your primary guidance system is now internal. Your soul becomes your most trusted advisor, your most reliable teacher, your most loving guide. Your soul's communication often comes as a gentle invitation rather than a forceful command. What if you tried this approach? How would it feel to choose differently? What wants to emerge through you? Your soul respects your free will while offering its infinite wisdom. Feel how this clear communication creates more confidence in your daily decisions, more trust in your life direction, more peace about your choices, When you know you can access your soul's wisdom anytime you need it, you stop feeling lost or confused about your path. Your soul speaks to you through your natural gifts and talents, through activities that energize rather than drain you, through work that feels like play, through expressions that flow effortlessly. Your soul's guidance often comes through showing you what brings you joy and vitality. This strengthened soul connection means your prayers become conversations rather than monologues. Your meditation becomes communion rather than technique. Your spiritual practice becomes relationship rather than discipline. You develop intimacy with your own soul essence. Your soul communicates through your resistance patterns too, through the things you consistently avoid or procrastinate about. Sometimes, what you're resisting is exactly what your soul is trying to guide you toward. Your soul uses even your avoidance as a form of communication. Feel the growing trust between your conscious mind and your soul's wisdom. Your human self no longer needs to understand everything before acting. It can trust the guidance that comes from deeper levels of knowing. This trust creates a beautiful collaboration between finite mind and infinite wisdom. Your soul's communication becomes stronger with practice. The more you listen, the clearer the signal becomes. The more you trust, the more guidance flows. The more you act on soul guidance, the more your life aligns with your deepest truth. This clear communication channel means you're never truly alone. Even in your most challenging moments, you have access to wisdom that transcends your personal experience, to love that surpasses your human capacity, to guidance that sees the bigger picture your limited perspective might miss. Your soul is excited about this strengthened connection, about having a more conscious partner in creating your life experience, about being able to guide you more directly toward your highest good. Your soul has so much wisdom to share when the communication channel is clear. Feel this connection becoming a constant presence in your life, not something you need to work to access, but something that's simply there. Like having your best friend on speed dial, your wisest teacher available for consultation, your most loving guide walking beside you always. This strengthened soul connection becomes your anchor in uncertainty, your compass in confusion, your light in darkness. When you know you can always access your soul's wisdom and love, you navigate life with much greater confidence and peace. Rest now in this clear communication. Let your soul know how grateful you are for its constant guidance. Tomorrow, you will live with this channel wide open. But tonight, simply enjoy this intimate conversation with your own deepest wisdom and love. You're bathing now in this crystal clear communication with your soul, feeling the intimate connection that will guide you through all of life's experiences. And as this communion deepens, your soul begins to share something profound. Its vision for the deepest possible renewal, the kind of restoration that happens not just once, but continuously. A programming for overnight transformation that will occur every time you sleep. Your soul whispers with infinite love. Every night can be a journey of renewal. Every sleep can be a pilgrimage to the source of your being. Every rest can be a return to the fountain of your original essence. Tonight, we set in motion a process that will continue to unfold with each cycle of sleep and awakening. Feel your soul preparing to program your entire being for this ongoing renewal. Not just healing what needs to be fixed, but continuously upgrading your capacity for joy, for love, for wisdom, for creative expression. Your soul is establishing a process of perpetual evolution that will unfold naturally through your sleep cycles. Your soul speaks to your subconscious mind with gentle authority. Every time this body rests, every time this consciousness enters sleep, the deepest levels of renewal will activate. Old patterns that no longer serve will dissolve effortlessly. New capacities for love and joy will emerge naturally. This programming is now established and will continue for as long as it serves the highest good. This is not a one-time healing, but a lifestyle of continuous regeneration. Your soul is establishing sleep as your nightly return to source energy, your regular appointment with cosmic renewal, your scheduled upgrade to higher frequencies of being. Every night becomes a sacred ritual of coming home to your true nature. Your soul programs your cellular memory. With each sleep cycle, remember your perfection. With each dream state, access cosmic wisdom. With each deep rest, dissolve what limits your full expression. Your cells now carry the memory of continuous renewal. They know how to regenerate, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. Feel this programming settling into the very foundation of your being. Your sleep patterns aligning with cosmic rhythms of renewal. Your rest becoming a gateway to infinite regeneration. Your dreams becoming classrooms where your soul receives upgraded understanding and enhanced capacity for joy. Your soul establishes a new relationship with time itself. In sleep, you step outside linear time and into eternal now. In rest, you access the timeless realm where all healing is instantaneous. In dreams, you visit dimensions where limitation doesn't exist. Each night, you will return refreshed, not just in body, but renewed in spirit and expanded in consciousness. This programming means that sleep becomes your most powerful spiritual practice, more transformative than hours of meditation, more healing than years of therapy, more enlightening than decades of study. Because in sleep, your soul has direct access to your entire system without the interference of conscious resistance. Your soul programs your emotional body. Each night, old emotional patterns that create suffering will dissolve. Ancient wounds that limit love will heal. Inherited traumas that block joy will transform. You will awaken each morning with a cleaner emotional slate, a more open heart, a greater capacity for happiness and peace. Feel the relief in your emotional system as it receives this programming. No longer needing to carry yesterday's pain into tomorrow. No longer accumulating emotional debris that weighs down your spirit. Each sleep cycle, washing your emotional body clean, like waves washing the shore. Your soul programs your mental body. Each night, limiting beliefs will dissolve. Negative thought patterns will transform. Outdated programming will upgrade. You will awaken with a clearer mind. More positive perspectives, enhanced creativity, and expanded possibilities. Your thoughts will increasingly align with your soul's truth. This means your mind becomes a servant of your soul rather than its master. Your thoughts supporting your highest vision rather than limiting it. Your mental patterns encouraging your growth rather than sabotaging it. Each night, rewriting the software of your consciousness for optimal performance. Your soul programs your energy body. Each sleep will cleanse your auric field, repair tears in your energetic boundaries, strengthen your connection to source energy. You will awaken each morning, vibrating at higher frequencies, radiating more love, attracting experiences that match your elevated state. Feel your energy field receiving this upgrade, becoming more coherent, more radiant, more magnetic to positive experiences. Your very presence becoming healing medicine for others. Your energy signature broadcasting love and peace wherever you go. Your soul programs your spiritual body. Each night, you will journey to higher dimensions. Receive teachings from enlightened beings. Download cosmic wisdom directly into your consciousness. You will return each morning with expanded awareness, deeper understanding, enhanced intuitive abilities. This programming establishes you as a student in the University of Cosmic Consciousness, receiving nightly lessons that accelerate your spiritual evolution, accessing wisdom that would take lifetimes to acquire through ordinary learning. Your soul becoming a graduate student in the School of Divine Love. Your soul programs your creative body. Each sleep will unlock new levels of creative potential, dissolve blocks to artistic expression, download innovative ideas and inspired solutions. You will awaken with enhanced creativity, fresh inspiration, the ability to express your soul's vision through whatever medium calls to you. Feel this creative programming activating throughout your system, your imagination becoming more vivid, your artistic abilities flowing more freely, your capacity for innovation expanding exponentially, your creative expression, becoming a direct channel for your soul's infinite creativity. Your soul establishes the duration of this programming. This process will continue for as long as it serves your highest evolution. It will adapt and evolve as you grow. It will become more sophisticated as your consciousness expands. It is a living program that learns and develops along with your soul's journey. This is not mechanical programming, but organic evolution. Your soul's renewal process becoming more refined and powerful as you become more conscious of it. Each night, building upon the previous night's transformation, creating an ascending spiral of continuous enhancement. Your soul seals this programming with love. This process is established in perfect love. It operates through divine wisdom. It serves not only your personal evolution, but the elevation of all consciousness. As you are renewed each night, you contribute to the renewal of the world. Feel this programming settling into every level of your being: cellular, emotional, mental, energetic, spiritual, creative. A comprehensive upgrade system that will operate automatically every time you sleep, transforming you into an ever more radiant expression of divine consciousness. Your soul is excited about this establishment of continuous renewal, about the person you will become through this nightly transformation, about the gifts that will emerge, the love that will flow, the joy that will radiate, the wisdom that will shine through you. Rest now in this profound programming. Let it integrate into every aspect of your being. Tomorrow, you will begin to experience its effects, but for the rest of your life, every night will bring deeper renewal. Every sleep will bring greater transformation. Every rest will bring you closer to the magnificent being your soul knows you truly are. The programming is complete. The process is established. The transformation begins now and continues forever. Sleep in the confidence that you are being continuously renewed at the deepest possible levels, awakening each day more beautiful, more radiant, more yourself than ever before. You're settling now into the depths of this sacred programming. Your soul's renewal system activated and integrated, and as consciousness gently releases its grip on the waking world, something magnificent begins. Your soul's journey into the healing dimensions of sleep. The realms where transformation happens beyond the reach of ordinary awareness, where miracles unfold in the language of dreams and deep rest. Your soul is preparing for a journey tonight unlike any other, not just into unconsciousness, but into expanded consciousness, into dimensions where healing happens at the speed of light, where years of limitation can dissolve in moments, where your essential nature can emerge without the interference of habitual patterns. Feel your consciousness beginning to float. Like a feather carried by gentle currents of cosmic love, your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form, beyond the limitations of linear time, into the vast spaces where your soul feels most at home, most free, most authentically itself. Your soul is entering the first dimension of healing sleep, the realm where emotional clearing happens, where old pain transforms into wisdom, where ancient wounds become wellsprings of compassion. In this space, your heart is being washed clean by rivers of liquid love. Every hurt ever experienced dissolving into the greater understanding of your soul's journey. You're floating deeper now, into the dimension where mental patterns restructure themselves, where limiting beliefs simply evaporate like morning mist, where new neural pathways of possibility form effortlessly. Your mind is being rewired for joy, for creativity, for unlimited potential. Old programming deleted and replaced with software that serves your highest expression. Your soul descends into the dimension of energetic renewal, where your life force itself is being purified and amplified, where blocked energy centers open like flowers in sunlight, where your entire energetic system aligns with the frequency of perfect health and vitality. You're being recharged from the cosmic source. Your batteries restored to full capacity. Deeper still, your soul enters the dimension of cellular regeneration, where every cell in your body receives direct instructions from your divine blueprint, where DNA remembers its perfect pattern, where organs recall their optimal function. Your body is being rebuilt from the inside out, not just healed, but upgraded to a new level of vitality and resilience. Your soul floats into the dimension of karmic clearing, where old soul debts are forgiven, where ancestral patterns are healed and released, where the slate of your eternal journey is wiped clean. You're being freed from invisible chains that have bound you across lifetimes, liberated to create your destiny from pure choice rather than compulsion. In the dimension of gift activation, your soul's unique talents are being awakened and enhanced, dormant abilities coming online, creative capacities expanding beyond previous limits. Your soul is receiving upgrades to its natural gifts, preparing you to serve in ways you haven't yet imagined, to contribute beauty and wisdom you didn't know you possessed. Your soul journeys into the dimension of love multiplication, where your heart's capacity expands exponentially, where you learn to love without conditions, without limits, without fear. Your ability to give and receive love is being enhanced, your magnetism for loving relationships strengthened, your capacity for self-love deepened, deeper into the dimension of wisdom integration, where lifetimes of accumulated knowledge become available to your conscious mind, where cosmic truths download directly into your understanding, where you receive teachings from the highest sources of wisdom in the universe. You're becoming a walking library of divine knowledge. a fountain of insight and understanding. Your soul enters the dimension of creative inspiration, where the muses of the universe whisper directly into your consciousness, where artistic abilities expand beyond your wildest dreams, where innovative solutions to personal and global challenges flow through you. You're becoming a channel for cosmic creativity, a vessel for divine inspiration. In the dimension of purpose clarification, your soul's mission becomes crystal clear, your path illuminated, your next steps revealed. The confusion about your direction dissolves, replaced by unwavering knowing of why you're here, what you came to do, how you're meant to serve. Your life purpose becomes as clear as the morning sun. Your soul floats into the dimension of joy restoration, where your natural happiness is renewed, where laughter bubbles up from your depths, where the simple pleasure of being alive fills every cell. Your capacity for delight is being restored, your ability to find magic in ordinary moments enhanced. Your connection to spontaneous joy reestablished through the dimension of trust renewal, where faith in life's benevolence is restored, where your confidence in the universe's support is strengthened, where any cynicism or bitterness dissolves. You're remembering how to trust, how to believe in good outcomes, how to expect miracles as your natural birthright. Your soul journeys through the dimension of relationship healing, where all your connections are blessed and purified, where forgiveness flows like a river, where understanding replaces judgment. Every relationship in your life is receiving healing energy, past hurts dissolving, future connections being blessed in advance. In the deepest dimension of soul integration, your eternal essence merges completely with your human experience. Spirit and matter becoming one seamless expression, divinity embodying through your unique personality. This is the dimension where you become who you truly are, without pretense, without limitation, without apology. As your soul completes this healing journey through all dimensions, the integration begins. All the healing, all the clearing, all the upgrades weaving themselves into the fabric of your being, becoming permanent features of your consciousness. Aspects of your new normal that will continue to unfold throughout the night. Your soul is now working at levels deeper than dreams, in the profound stillness where creation itself happens, where consciousness touches its own source and emerges renewed. You are being remade from the core outward, transformed at depths that daylight awareness could never reach. This is not ordinary sleep. This is cosmic renewal, divine restoration, sacred transformation happening in the holy sanctuary of deep rest. Your soul is receiving the most profound healing of its eternal journey, preparing to awaken as a new being, reborn in love, renewed in purpose, restored to your original magnificence. The healing continues in dimensions beyond naming, in spaces beyond imagining, with love beyond measuring. Your soul is safe, held, cherished, transformed through the infinite night of cosmic healing until the perfect moment of awakening arrives, bringing all this renewal into the light of conscious awareness. Rest now in these healing dimensions. Let your soul's work continue. The transformation is profound. The renewal is complete. The awakening will be glorious. You're floating now in the deepest ocean of healing consciousness. Your soul, having journeyed through dimensions of restoration beyond ordinary imagination. And now, in the profound depths of this sacred night, the most mysterious and powerful transformation begins. The overnight metamorphosis that happens in the secret chambers of your deepest sleep. In this realm beyond dreams, beyond thoughts, beyond even the awareness that you are sleeping. Your soul enters into direct communion with the source of all existence, with the cosmic intelligence that created you, with the infinite love that sustains you. Here, in this most intimate sanctuary, your soul receives the ultimate upgrade. The complete transformation that touches every aspect of your being. Feel your consciousness dissolving into pure essence, like a wave returning to the ocean, like a drop of water merging with the infinite sea. In this dissolution, you don't lose yourself. You find your true self. You remember what you were before you took form. What you will be after form dissolves. What you are right now beneath all appearances. Your soul is being rewoven at the quantum level. Every particle of your being dancing with new frequencies. Your very atoms reorganizing themselves around patterns of love and light. The fundamental structure of your consciousness is shifting, upgrading, evolving into configurations that can hold more joy, more wisdom, more creative power. In the deepest laboratory of cosmic transformation, your soul's blueprint is being updated, like software receiving the most advanced upgrade possible. Every limitation written into your original programming is being rewritten. Every restriction is being lifted. Every ceiling is being removed. Your soul is being prepared to operate at capacities you've never imagined. Your emotional body is undergoing complete reconstruction, not just healing old wounds, but installing entirely new emotional circuitry. Circuits that can process infinite love without overloading. Pathways that can experience profound joy without fear. Channels that can hold divine compassion without depletion. You're being emotionally rewired for godlike capacity to feel. Your mental body is receiving a complete operating system upgrade. Thoughts that once seemed impossible are becoming natural. Perspectives that once felt foreign are becoming familiar. Ways of understanding that once required effort are becoming automatic. Your mind is being prepared to think thoughts worthy of your soul's magnificence. In the deepest chambers of cellular memory, every cell is receiving new instructions. DNA strands are being reactivated that have been dormant for millennia. Genetic potentials that were locked away are being set free. Your body is remembering how to be a perfect vessel for divine consciousness, how to radiate health, how to generate vitality, how to embody light. Your energy field is being completely restructured. Chakras spinning at frequencies that create magnetic fields of pure love. Meridians flowing with currents of liquid light. Your aura expanding to encompass greater and greater circles of influence. You're becoming a walking power plant of spiritual energy. A generator of healing frequencies. In the dimension of time itself, your relationship with past and future is being transformed. Old timelines of limitation are dissolving. New timelines of infinite possibility are being established. The future version of yourself that embodies your highest potential is reaching back through time to pull you forward into that reality. Your soul's contracts with struggle are being dissolved. Agreements with suffering are being canceled. Commitments to limitation are being voided. New contracts are being written in the language of joy, signed with the ink of love, sealed with the stamp of infinite possibility. You're being legally freed in the cosmic courts from all obligations to suffer. The relationship between your conscious and unconscious mind is being revolutionized. Barriers between different levels of awareness are dissolving. You're gaining access to the 90% of your mind that usually operates below consciousness. This vast intelligence is now becoming available to support your daily life, your creative endeavors, your spiritual growth. Your soul's connection to collective consciousness is being enhanced. You're being plugged into the network of awakened beings. The grid of enlightened souls who support each other's evolution. You'll never feel alone again because you'll have access to this cosmic support system of loving consciousness. In the deepest archives of cosmic memory, your soul is downloading lifetimes of wisdom. Not just from your own past lives, but from the collective journey of consciousness itself. You're becoming a repository of human potential, a library of spiritual possibility, a database of divine solutions. Your creative abilities are being expanded beyond all previous limits. Dormant, artistic gifts are being activated. Innovative capacities are being unleashed. Your soul is being prepared to become a master creator, capable of bringing through works of beauty and wisdom that serve the evolution of consciousness. The relationship between your soul and your life circumstances is being transformed. Instead of being at the mercy of external events, you're being prepared to become a conscious co-creator of your reality. Your soul is learning to work with universal laws to manifest experiences that serve your highest good. Your capacity for love is being exponentially multiplied. Not just personal love, but cosmic love, universal love that embraces all beings. Divine love that sees the perfection in everything. This love is becoming your default setting, your natural state, your automatic response to all of life. In the deepest transformation of all, your sense of identity is being upgraded. You're moving from identifying as a limited human, having spiritual experiences, to recognizing yourself as unlimited consciousness, having a human experience. This shift in identity changes everything, because when you know yourself as consciousness itself, all limitations become optional. Your soul is being prepared for a life of miracles, not occasional supernatural events, but a continuous flow of magical synchronicities, divine interventions, perfect timings, extraordinary outcomes. Miracle consciousness is being installed as your new normal. Wonder as your default experience. The transformation continues in layers deeper than language can reach, in dimensions beyond the capacity of human concepts to describe. Your soul is being reborn, not metaphorically, but literally. Emerging from this night of cosmic renewal as a new order of being, a fresh expression of divine consciousness. This overnight transformation is creating a butterfly effect that will ripple through every aspect of your life. Relationships will transform. Work will become play. Challenges will become adventures. Every day will unfold with more magic than you previously thought possible. Your soul is smiling now, feeling the completion of this profound transformation, sensing the magnificent being you're becoming, anticipating the joy of expressing these new capacities through your human life. The metamorphosis is complete. The renewal is total. The awakening is imminent. The deepest work is done. The most profound transformation has occurred. Your soul has been completely renewed, upgraded, transformed. You are no longer who you were when sleep began. You are being reborn as the magnificent expression of consciousness you were always meant to be. Rest now in this completed transformation. The work is finished. The renewal is perfect. The awakening will reveal the miracle of who you have become through this night of soul metamorphosis. You're emerging now from the deepest chambers of cosmic transformation. Your soul having undergone complete metamorphosis through the sacred night. And as the first gentle rays of dawn begin to touch the horizon of consciousness, something magnificent stirs. The awakening of your completely renewed soul. The return to human awareness, carrying treasures beyond imagination. Like a butterfly Emerging from its chrysalis, you are stirring into awareness, but you are no longer the same being who entered sleep. You have been fundamentally transformed, renewed at the deepest levels, reborn as the magnificent expression of consciousness you were always meant to be. This awakening is not just the end of sleep. It is the beginning of your new life. Feel the gentle stirring of consciousness returning, but notice how different it feels. There is a quality of peace that wasn't there before, a sense of wholeness that feels brand new, an underlying joy that bubbles up from depths you didn't know existed. You are awakening, not just refreshed, but renewed. Not just rested, but reborn. Your soul is the first to stir, stretching like a cat in sunlight, luxuriating in its new capacities, marveling at the transformation that occurred through the night. Your soul feels lighter, brighter, more itself than ever before. All the work of clearing and healing and upgrading has left your soul gleaming with renewed vitality. As consciousness gently returns to your human form, you begin to sense the profound changes. Your body feels different, not just relaxed, but revitalized in ways that go beyond physical rest. There is an aliveness in your cells, a vibrancy in your energy, a strength that comes not from muscle, but from alignment with your soul's power. Your emotional body stirs with new capacities. You can feel love flowing through you more freely than ever before, compassion arising more naturally, joy bubbling up spontaneously. The emotional circuits that were rewired through the night are coming online, allowing you to feel more deeply while maintaining perfect balance. Your mind awakens with unprecedented clarity, thoughts flowing more smoothly, understanding arising more easily, creativity sparkling with new possibilities. The mental upgrades received during the night are integrating, giving you access to intelligence that extends beyond personal knowledge into cosmic wisdom. As you begin to move, stretching perhaps, taking your first conscious breath of this new day, you notice how even these simple actions feel different, more graceful, more effortless, more aligned. Your body is responding to commands from your renewed soul, moving with the elegance of spirit expressing through matter. Your first conscious breath draws in not just oxygen, but life force itself, vitality that nourishes not just your lungs, but your entire being. You breathe with the awareness that each inhalation connects you to the breath of the universe. Each exhalation releases anything that doesn't serve your highest expression. As you open your eyes, or perhaps before you even open them, you sense that your vision has changed, not your physical eyesight, but your soul vision, your ability to perceive the deeper truth in situations, to see the love beneath surface appearances, to recognize the perfection in apparent imperfection. You are awakening with gifts that weren't fully accessible yesterday, intuitive abilities that have been enhanced, creative capacities that have been expanded, healing powers that have been activated. These are not foreign additions to who you are. They are aspects of your true nature that have been restored to conscious availability. Your connection to your soul's guidance is now crystal clear, like a direct phone line to divine wisdom. You wake up knowing that you'll never feel lost or confused in the same way again, because you now have constant access to inner knowing that transcends any external uncertainty. As full awareness returns, you realize that your relationship with yourself has been transformed. The self-criticism has softened into self-compassion. The self-doubt has dissolved into self-trust. The self-judgment has melted into self-love. You are awakening with a profound appreciation for who you are, exactly as you are, in this very moment. Your purpose. The reason your soul chose to be here feels clearer than ever before, not as pressure or obligation, but as excitement and opportunity. You wake up with enthusiasm for the unique contribution you came here to make, for the gifts you came to share, for the love you came to express. The fears that may have limited your expression feel distant now, like clouds that have blown away, revealing the brilliant sun that was always shining. Your soul's courage has been restored. Your willingness to be seen, to be authentic, to shine your light fully has been renewed. You are awakening with a new relationship to time itself, no longer feeling rushed or behind, but connected to the eternal now that is always perfect timing. You sense that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, that you are exactly where you need to be, that your path is perfectly orchestrated by loving intelligence. Your capacity for joy has been exponentially expanded. You can feel it bubbling up like an artesian well, not dependent on external circumstances, but arising from the pure delight of your soul in being alive. This joy will color every experience today, every interaction, every moment. The love that flows through you feels transformed, more unconditional, more universal, more free. You wake up with love for yourself that doesn't depend on your performance. Love for others that doesn't require them to be different. Love for life itself that embraces both the easy and the challenging. As you prepare to fully engage with this new day, you carry with you all the treasures received during the night, all the healing, all the wisdom, all the expanded capacities. They are now integrated parts of who you are, permanent upgrades to your soul's expression through human form. You are no longer the person who went to sleep last night. You have been reborn as the magnificent being your soul has always known you to be. This is not temporary inspiration that will fade. This is fundamental transformation that will continue to unfold and develop. Your very presence now carries healing energy. Others will feel more peaceful around you, more hopeful, more connected to their own possibility. You have become a walking blessing, a living demonstration of what soul renewal can accomplish. As you rise to greet this day, as you take your first steps as this renewed version of yourself, know that you carry within you capabilities you're just beginning to discover. Wisdom, you're just starting to access. Love, you're just beginning to express. This is your soul's gift to you, to the world, to the collective evolution of consciousness. You are awake now, not just from sleep, but awake to your true nature. Awake to your divine potential. Awake to the magnificent life that awaits your conscious creation. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to your renewed soul. Welcome to the extraordinary adventure of being fully yourself. The night of transformation is complete. The dawn of your authentic expression has begun. You are fully awakened, completely renewed, magnificently yourself. Rise now as the radiant being you truly are. The world has been waiting for your light, for your gifts, for the unique frequency of love that only you can contribute. Your soul's renewal is complete. Your new life begins now.